Hey y'all, my name's Seth Packan, and this is Podunk Perspective, a podcast based on the Podunk Perspective. Podunk Perspective, we are here. Gage Briney, Bella Rose, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
So excited to be here. Love it. I'm obsessed
fun.
with the name of this podcast. Like, I think it's absolutely great.
Thank you.
I'm from Arkansas, and it's a small town called Corning. And whenever people are like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Podunk, Arkansas." So, like, perfect name. I mean, couldn't have been a better name.
That's awesome. Bella, where are you from?
I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Okay, so two different
It's
sides.
a different energy. I actually had to look up what podunk meant.
And I told her, I said, Podunk, it's like small, hillbilly, deluxe, sleep picking up trucks.
It's a Podunk Perspective.
Yes, I love it.
You know, you might have it, you just don't even know.
She has a little bit of it.
You
You
know.
got a little
That's it.
twang that keeps coming out and peeking its head up. The other day, she said, she asked something about nails, getting her nails done or something. She was like, nail? she said,
I said nails. Can you show me where the nails are?
That's so funny, so funny. So, Gage, how'd you move? You moved from Arkansas to Nashville.
Oh, this is this is a crazy story.
Was it a direct move?
So no. So we met 10 years ago
Yeah.
at an acting workshop in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And instantly became really close. She was 13 and she has her 23rd birthday tomorrow. So we've been friends for 10 years.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we met at this acting class, and her dad was like, "You do like acting in movies and stuff. You should move to Florida with us." And I was 18, so I was like, yeah, I want to move to Florida. I'm from Podunk, Arkansas. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, I want to move to Tampa, and did. And the rest is history. And then she moved to Nashville, so I came to Nashville.
That's sweet. So you guys became friends like right away.
We had bumps in the road, but we have worked through them.
As every good friends do, right?
Yes, now I think we've been through so much together. Now there's probably not anything that could happen where,
Absolutely.
I mean, we couldn't work through it.
So what was the experience like transferring from Arkansas to Tampa and then having, Gage live with you or, be with you?
Funny you should ask.
Yeah.
It's so funny you should ask. I slept on the couch for a year. I didn't even have my own bed.
It was my dad, Gage, and I sharing a 2-bedroom apartment.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. But you know what? It came with a lot of perks because
Yeah.
I got to be in Tampa and there's this little gay bar down the road that I was in every single night. And so we didn't have that in Arkansas.
So there's a lot of partying going on in Tampa.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine. A lot of
Big city energy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of gay pride, too.
Yeah. So that was like, I was like, oh, let's rumba.
Absolutely. Is it more of an adult party scene or is it like a younger crowd party scene?
Both.
Both.
I'd
I
say
think
both.
one
yeah.
end of the street is young, the other end of the street's older than hell.
Yeah.
So they get down with the get down.
So what made you move here then from Tampa?
I'm the first time I went to Nashville, we went together and I recorded an EP here with my band. And then we started playing more shows traveling from Tampa to Nashville. And in 2020, we were like, we need to just get an apartment as a band, move to Nashville, really do the thing.
Do the thing.
And we did. That was 5 years ago.
You love it?
I love it. I just moved at a really weird time, February 2020.
Yeah.
So the whole year was weird and shut down. Now it feels like home, and we're in the swing of things, and I love playing here. And
So you went out. So you moved in during COVID and everything like that.
Yeah.
Did you go out and party during COVID, or did you stay in? And
I had to stay in.
Yeah.
I was not tapped into the
Yeah.
scene where things were happening. I wasn't even 21.
Yeah. No.
So-
well,
Awful place to be.
yeah.
in.
What was COVID looking like for you? Well, you were here.
He hadn't moved
I hadn't
yet.
moved here yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
I actually moved when COVID hit. I moved back to Arkansas because everything shut down. I was
Yeah.
like, "What the hell am I gonna do?"
Right.
So I went back to Arkansas, and things weren't really shut down there.
Yeah.
But so especially in my town of 3,000. So I just drank a lot and partied a lot. And when COVID was over, then I moved here to Nashville.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much what happened with me. So
So I was here for 2 or so years without him, and it was a little tough.
I don't think you couldn't separate us now. I would get anxiety.
Yeah.
I would, if she's gone for a day, I'm sick to my stomach.
That's awesome.
I'm calling all of her friends and my friends, whenever she's gone or she's busy,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, Gage, like, I think they've had enough of me because, like, I will call her 10 times a day. So then they were, then I was calling them 10 times a day.
Absolutely.
They didn't like that. So separation,
So
buddy.
were you were you playing shows and putting out music, or you just kind of trying to put out music and then have the shows come type thing?
I was playing shows and putting out music. Like before I moved here, I'd played multiple shows in Nashville, and I was touring. I put out
Touring at 16.
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
So how was that experience being that young? Like, I mean, it's got to be different now than what it felt like at 16.
It is different. Honestly, like I feel like I'm just now getting back into the swing of it. Like the pandemic kind of changed everything, and all the shows just completely changed. But it was so fun. Like he would come with me on the road, and I mean, it was just amazing. Like the energy of playing live music in these other cities where it's not as prominent as Nashville is uncomparable. Like it is so contagious and like inspiring to the people there that come to the shows.
No,
so.
yeah, I feel like we were just, me and Nolan were just out on the road this past weekend, and I was just telling them that, like the people that show up to, these smaller shows, that they truly like just love it more than people that are coming to the bigger shows. Like you can go play a festival, people will come see you, but they're partying, they're drinking, and then when you have your intimate, 100 to 300 people show, it can be very good for your career, I guess.
Absolutely. I just did a tour in November, and it was phenomenal and just so amazing to like.
So much fun.
Yeah.
We got to go to New York City it was my first time. It wasn't. It was like your second or third, right? Mm-hmm. But whoo,
How was New York?
So good.
Oh my God. We had probably the best night of our lives.
Yeah.
Like after the show, they put on this killer sold out show. Like it was the best energy. Then we go out to this place called
Plume.
Plume. Yeah, it was Plume. They gave us like bottle service and everything. And we turned up. They gave us the VIP experience. Like I felt like Justin Bieber.
That's awesome.
I was like, yeah, thank you.
That's wild. That's wild. So
My whole band was like drunk.
how long were you guys in New York for? Just
We were there
like
for
2
the
nights?
weekend.
The weekend.
Yeah.
I was there a little bit longer than they were. I stayed for like a week.
What was your favorite place? Like
My favorite place was Carrie Bradshaw's steps. And I got to walk up her steps. But there's also a restaurant there called Budokan.
Yeah.
And it's where Mr. Big and Carrie had their reception to their wedding there. And I got to actually eat there. And it was the best food I've ever had in my whole entire life.
That's wild.
Like the food in New York does not compare to anything that's around here. Like it's like
Accurate.
insane.
I got to go to New York for like same thing. It was like a 2-day trip last year for the first time. And the food I had for the 48 hours was better than a lot of the food I've ever
I
had.
got chills because it just reminded me of the food. I just am like, oh man.
How about the bagels?
Oh, I had bagels for sure. I'm a bagel fiend.
She's a bagel slut. If there's a bagel, she's getting it. And they better have the everything bagel seasoning because she's getting that too.
And cream cheese.
Yeah, she'll put anything on a bagel.
Yeah.
She loves bagels.
I'm a weirdo, but I like the salt bagel. It's literally just
Sometimes
a bagel
I get
covered in
it,
salt.
and every time I get it, I'm like scratching off the salt. Like, ugh.
It's like, then
Gets
don't
too
get
much.
it.
Yeah,
I know,
I like the heart attack. I like the sodium.
That's so funny. We were actually in Greenville, and what do you know? We walk past a bagel spot, and I'm like, no. We're
I'm
not
like,
eating a
yes.
bagel in
Was it
Greenville.
Sully Steamers?
Yes. Yes.
That place is gas, bro. I love Sully Steamers. Me
And
and
I
Nolan
didn't-
were just
I
talking about
want a
this the other
Tupelo
day.
honey.
I didn't get to go.
We didn't get to go. We're gonna go back to Greenville though, because I'm obsessed.
Yeah, there's Greenville Country Music Festival. I think you should check that out. Braxton Wilson runs it. I'm pretty sure he throws on a great festival. It's a good time. Yeah, it's like
Check that out.
it's like 2 or 3 days long, but it's like the perfect sized artist. It's like, I mean, you have your big artist, but you have like he's really good at filling in like your smaller artists. You're like your middle of the road artist, and
It's amazing.
It's
I
a
would
great
love to go
time.
to that. I'd be so down.
yeah, it's usually in the fall.
Is country music like your favorite genre style?
Yeah, I would say so. I say that, but I like all genres. Long story short, I was a weird 6th grader, and I was looking up people that weren't big in country music, and I'd be like, oh, this person's good, and like I'd be, telling my friends or telling my parents, my family, and be like, hey, like you guys should listen to that, and like they wouldn't really care, whatever, not really thinking much of it. Well, 2 or 3 years later, there was a trend of like some of these artists just absolutely blowing up, and I'm like, well, hey, I love country music. Why not like make this my career in a way, or be in the industry somehow, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I'm here for 3 years now, and still figuring it out. But you know, I've dabbled with a few different things in the industry, and I love Nashville. It's great, you know.
Nashville's the best city. I mean, I'm obsessed with it here.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere else I would want to necessarily live, because I mean, we have so much going on here.
Right.
There's like, that's kind of like when we went to Greenville, I go, well, what would we do after 2 days?
Yeah.
Like, what would we do? Because like, I'm just so used to this.
Right.
Yeah.
And it needs to be this all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's I like the fast
So,
pace.
I'm jealous of all the influencers that like get to go to like city to city for fun, you know, and just go check out.
Who's getting to do that?
I don't know. I
want to go do that.
I see a few people here and there, and I'm like, damn, you're going from Missouri to Vegas to Arkansas, like whatever it is, you know.
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying. I'm working hard at doing that.
I got to work a deal with these hotel companies and these flight companies.
We do that a little bit, and it does work out. I think the best thing we did was with Omni and
Shout out to the Omni Hotel
in Austin, Texas. We're going to be coming to see y'all soon. Best. They're amazing.
So good.
The Omni is the
They
best.
filmed the Spy Kids there.
Yeah, the Spy Kids movie,
Damn.
the first one. That's what they filmed it at. Was
That's
in the
wild.
Omni at the Austin. That was the first thing they told us, and I go, "Oh my god, I can see it!" I was like, "I love this." I have to ask you a question. What did you think about the Russell Dickerson concert? Because we have some opinions, like good ones.
Love is energy.
Yeah.
It's so funny you say that, because I like the few artists I'm working with right now. One of the guys, you know, he kind of has like a Russell Dickerson, you know, vibe in a way. But I'm like, dude, you need to go see one of his concerts. The energy he puts on behind his show, that's what you need to match.
No.
Because that's why people go to his show again and again and again.
Yes, like I have been telling. We've went to quite a few concerts in the past couple weeks. And I swear to God, Russell Dickerson's had me in a chokehold. Like, I don't know if it was all the alcohol, because it could have been that. Might have been that. But, I mean, just the production and his energy was so captivating that I was like, why have I never heard of this man until just now?
And shout out to his team for the whole Hulk Hogan, like, American theme. Like,
so good.
Yeah, great, you know.
Yeah.
And so I got to see him a few years ago. He played at a festival back home, and this was like when Blue Tacoma was big, and that was like the first time I seen him. And then to see him now, totally different,
Wow.
like but in
Really?
good ways. You know, like he was still killer back then, but he really changed the vibe of like, hey, this is who I actually am. You know, it's kind of like him breaking out of his shell, where before you can kind of tell that the industry was curving him into what, you know, they saw of him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's funny how the industry's changed, you know, and like how they're letting artists be who they actually are.
Well, that's what it needs to be.
Right.
I would love for someone to come try to change me. Good luck.
Yeah, it's wild.
Good luck.
No, I mean it's wild. I mean, it's funny to see that they always say, you know, they want the artist to be putting in the work, and they just want to see you have followers, and then they'll give you some money, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to put in the work for you, or they don't want to help you put in the
Yeah.
work, to say the least. I mean, honestly.
That's something good about what Bella does with All She Wants Media. She really like champions the artist or the influencer that she works with, and really like pushes them to, and listens to their voice and kind of orchestrates what the content is based off the artist, really. And a lot of brands don't do that, or a lot of artist management teams don't do that. So I love to see that. I just wanted to plug that in.
Let's go into reverse a little bit. How did you get into social media?
Well, so I've always, my whole life, wanted to be famous and wanted to be like an actor, like entertainer.
Yes. Yep.
I've always wanted to do that since, I swear to God, probably I was 3 years old, running around with Dorothy, like ruby red slippers. Like I was trying to be somebody. And it wasn't until literally 1 year ago, I was like, I'm going to figure this out. Like I'm going to figure out what I need to do to like really make my voice be heard. And like, I was like, I think I'm a little funny. So I think I should just like start posting. So I just posted relentlessly every single day. And then I went to cilantros, and I literally had 2 or 3 pictures of margaritas with my friends and blacked out. And I went online and told my story of what happened to me, and it blew up. And then there was Taco Bell, and then Chili's,
Yeah.
and the Taco Bell song, Baja Blasted, and it just kind of took off. And it's been the best thing that's ever happened. I love doing it. Like, I actually can say I love making people laugh, and I love creating the content.
Yeah.
And I also have a degree in film, so I was already like kind of doing short films and stuff like that, doing short film festivals and all that kind of thing. But I got my degree in film so that way I could learn to put myself in front of the camera.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, I just want to say, you popped up on my TikTok one day, and ever since, man, it's been funny as hell to watch you do all the shit you do.
So glad.
Dude, like, honestly, it's probably going on a year now since I first like saw you pop up on my TikTok, but it's cool, it's crazy, and the content you do is great. It, like you said, it's hilarious and people get a laugh out of it.
I'm so glad it comes across that way. Because sometimes when I'm posting, I'm like, do people think I'm just like a fucking degenerate or something?
What's your comment section looking like when you're like?
Can I be completely honest?
Absolutely.
It's really great.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It's really
as
good.
it should,
I don't see a lot. Of course, there's negative comments every day.
No, yeah.
But I hate to say fans, but my fan base, whatever you want to call it, they are so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just so like
same energy,
engaged, and like they're just like right there with like championing me, like, yes, drink another drink, blackout, we want to see it.
Yeah.
But they're just so like, they're really great people. And I think what's so great too is a lot of the people that I've met in person, they're people, they'll come up to me and they'll be like, I'm new to this town, I haven't really met anybody, and you've just kind of given me this like spark, and I'm so glad that I can meet you in person, so like I can form this connection. That, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It's given them kind of, we had that in Greenville. This amazing fan came out, and she was incredible. She showed us around all of Greenville, and she told me, she goes, I don't have friends here or anything, I've been in a rut. And she was like, but you really helped pull me out of that rut. And if I can that's what I want to do for people. If that's what's happening, then I'll do this the rest of my life. Like, I mean, because that's kind of what like my followers, that's kind of like the vibe it's giving. So if I can kind of just spread a little bit of light and laughs, let's go.
So tell me how the process went from, doing a TikTok or something about Taco Bell and then the song being created. What was the process behind that?
Well,
that video went crazy viral that he posted about blacking out on a Baja Blasted at Taco Bell.
Baja Blasted at the Taco Bell.
And I think the comment section was like,
told me to write a song about it. They said, we want a song. And there's another country singer who done something similar to that about Taco Bell. He has lyrics. I can't remember who it was, but a lot of people were like, said he'd made a Taco Bell song, and I can't remember what country singer it was, but it kind of just like happened, and we kind of went to her producer and was like, hey, we want to write this song about Taco Bell. Let's make it happen. Yeah. And we just did it.
And I bet, did your producer love it? Because I bet he doesn't get things like that all the
No,
time.
definitely not. Yeah, no, he loved it. And we had like our best friend on the writing of it too, and just like
Kinsley, shout out to Kinsley.
All of us in the room just like working on this silly, fun country song was a hoot.
Oh, it was so much fun. I want to do another one.
Yeah. And I sing on it too.
She's featured on it.
And I have a verse.
Kick your boots up.
We don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's so fun. It was like just.
It was a blast.
Crazy.
I never in a million years thought that me and her would be doing a song together. Like, there's not a world where I thought, oh, we're gonna be featured on a track together.
Did you ever think you would have like a professional song done?
I always wanted it. I always wanted it. So I can't sing for shit. Yeah. But I like to perform. I'll get up on the stage and I will match Russell Dickerson energy quick.
It's okay. There's some big artists out there, and with the Nashville magic, they can sound good somehow. But it's
give me a little bit of that magic.
The energy and the performance.
Oh, I can perform. That's one thing. I might not can sing, but I will perform.
Right.
It will be full production. It will be an insane show. So if anyone out there in Nashville is looking to fund something like that, go ahead.
Would you ever bring Gage up on stage?
I think we've already done that.
She has brought me on stage. Like 5 or 6 years ago, she brought me up on stage. But
before all of this.
I wanted to get up there. I was so happy to get up there. I'm anytime there's an opportunity for me to get on stage, I'm down to get on stage.
Right.
Now I'm like, can you MC our shows? Can you intro me before I walk on stage? Can we go on tour together?
Yeah, which we actually are planning on doing, is taking the show on the road. We're like around July. We're planning on a little tour with her music and me kind of opening up with like a comedy.
That's
little
awesome.
sketch, a little variety kind of show.
Yeah.
Blackout Besties on the road.
You should start a writer's round at Taco Bell.
A writer's round at Taco Bell? Whoa, I never even thought about anything like that.
It could be year round too.
Oh,
and then
wow.
you could travel from cantina to cantina.
Cantina to cantina?
Yeah, you could
That's
bring
a good idea.
You could bring artists with you, and then you MC it. It's like a little cantina tour.
We need to get Gage to every Taco Bell cantina.
I want to go to Las Vegas. I want to go to California. People get married at the one in California.
They said
so beautiful.
The Fort Lauderdale one's gas.
I would go there too.
I love
we
that
need
one.
to hit all of these spots.
Well, Taco Bell, you need to fund it. Basically, is what we're also saying. Because
They did reach out the other day.
finally.
Love it.
Finally. Well, they reached out a couple months ago, but we just saw it.
Damn.
Was it the response you wanted or the message you wanted?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was positive.
It was positive, but it wasn't payday.
Yeah.
And I'm not. No, you're gonna pay for this shit.
What's your favorite Taco Bell order?
Good question.
Oh, I know. I got it right now. I know. I can think of it right now. I get the chicken quesadilla with the supreme taco. I want to make sure the sour cream is on it, please. Sometimes they don't do that. And then I want a large Dr. Pepper. If they don't have Dr. Pepper, I have to get a Mountain Dew or a Baja Blast. I have to be in the mood for a Baja Blast, to be honest, if it doesn't have the alcohol in it.
Frozen or unfrozen?
Frozen.
Okay.
Frozen. And then I'm also going to be getting a chicken chalupa. 2 of those.
Chalupas are gas.
Oh, love it. Especially when I'm drunk, sloppy.
What about you?
My go-to Taco Bell order?
Don't even try. Don't even try. She thinks it's good.
It's chips and cheese.
She's like, can I get the... No, tell them what you like. The twist. The cinnamon twist.
I like their cinnamon twist.
Yeah.
Stuff that she's getting from Taco Bell. She's not getting nothing else.
Nothing else. Just the cinnamon twist.
God. To me, I'm like, load it up. She's
Yeah.
like, take some cinnamon twist.
Do you feel like those are spicy sometimes? I eat those and I get like a spice. Like it's not just
It was
cinnamon.
should be on the ground. You can't do it. Lick a spice. Even a banana pepper sends her to the ER just about.
It's hard out here.
Can't. She doesn't do well with any kind. If you said the word Cajun, she's running. She's like, I think we should try something else.
Do Gumbo Bros in the Gulch.
I've had it one time.
It's good.
Never again.
That's awesome.
Choke myself up with that.
That's funny.
Okay, well, screw Taco Bell. What's y'all's favorite place to eat in Nashville, or favorite place to go hang out, bar? You know, what's the go-tos
I'll tell you my favorite
for all
restaurant.
the travelers?
I will tell you my favorite restaurant in this whole entire city. You're never gonna guess. My favorite restaurant, and I will die on this hill, is Gannon's down in Printers Alley. The best. I don't care. Jeff Ruby's, all that can come from me. I don't care. Gannon's. Whew.
What do you get?
I get a 8-ounce filet with mashed potatoes and ratatouille. Yep,
Damn.
it's good as hell, and it's
sounds
$45, and you're gonna
That's a
pay
steal.
$200 in this city for some steak.
You go to Maggiano's, the same price.
No, that's what I'm saying. And Gannon has been a chef here forever. He used to be a chef over at Skull's Rainbow Room, and then he opened up his own restaurant right there in Printers Alley, and it is gas. Like they have this peach pork chop, like food good, drinks top notch, espresso martini, immaculate. And a lot of people wouldn't expect me to say Gannon's, and that's why she was looking at me.
No, I knew you were going to say
You knew I was gonna say Gannon's?
Yeah.
I just ate it before
I've
I came
never
here.
been, so this is great. I love trying out new
Have you
places.
ever?
in
You've never been
Nashville.
there?
No, never.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta go.
yeah,
and then
I'm
if I'm not
excited.
eating Gannon's, it's gonna be a daddy's dog.
Yep.
I'm obsessed with daddy's dog.
You're probably like the third person to say this when I've asked this question on this
Really?
podcast.
That's
Really?
amazing.
Oh, I love that. I actually just got to create my own milkshake there. That's going to be sold there.
At Daddy's Dogs?
Yes,
That's
it's called-
I didn't even know they had milkshakes.
Yes, they do. They do. They have milkshakes at the Nation's location and the one in Madison on Gallatin. And we named it Feral and Fruity. And it's got strawberry and chocolate and Fruity Pebbles in it for the fruity aspects. Yeah.
Fire.
Oh, it's fire. You can add alcohol to it. alcohol to it as well.
When does it come out?
It's out.
Today.
Oh, actually,
Today.
that's awesome. So if you're visiting Nashville, you can go get it.
Yeah, and if you tell them that I sent you, you get 10% off. Or if you say I want to get Feral and Fruity, you can get 10% off.
That's wild.
I know.
That's so cool.
It's my favorite collaboration I've ever done so far.
Taco Bell needs to do it. God damn it!
I will literally get so mad I'll jump out that window. We keep talking about it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we're stuck on Taco Bell. How about Chili's?
They're in the
What's the
same
story
boat.
with
They're in
them?
the same boat as Taco Bell. They won't
Because
pay.
I know you're a Chili's lover too.
Listen, I do. So I am obsessed with Chili's, but they followed me recently, and they're keeping an eye on me because they had a nationwide meeting about me and my videos.
Not in a positive
Not
way.
in a positive, not in a positive way. They're like, if this guy comes in, basically like make sure he doesn't black out. Because he's like blacking out in Nashville, Houston, he's all over. So he's hitting all the Chili's. So yeah, watch out for him. And yeah, they didn't like that, I guess. But and then they were like, the West End Chili's had like basically a line out the door. People were coming in trying to get like all the drinks I was recommending.
Yeah.
And they were like, holy crap. So I mean, that's great, but also pay me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And we can keep it going.
And we can keep it going.
oh, that's kind of what I said about the music. It's the same with all these bigger companies now. Is they just want to see you have a following before they even hop on your train. It's like, no, bitch, hop on me when I'm small.
How big of a following do you gotta have? I mean, I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah. Or just have faith in me. Goddamn, no one has faith in anyone anymore.
Yeah.
It is crazy because at this time last year, I only had like 7,000 followers.
Yeah.
And then now I'm sitting at like 108,000. And I'm like,
Just on Instagram. And in the last 30 days, his reach on Instagram is 17 million.
that's
just
there's
and it's
no way I
double
can
on
wrap-
TikTok.
I can't even wrap my head
insane.
around that shit. I mean, like, to be honest, I'm just like, what?
Do you think it's because of Chili's? All the Chili's.
Not anymore.
It's all
following you.
I would have said, this is what's crazy, what's happening. When I first started out, it was like, oh my God, there's Blackout Bestie. And then it was like, oh my God, it's the Taco Bell guy. And then it was, oh my God, it's the Chili's guy. Now they come up to me and they're like, oh my God, you're Gage Briney. And now I'm just like,
That's it.
I'm like, it's been happening a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like, are you Gage? And I'm like, oh my God, yes, I am. Thank God I'm not Blackout Bestie or Chili's guy or Taco Bell guy because they're not paying for that, or I would say yes. And I'm going to keep hitting that.
That's
No,
funny.
that's good. I mean,
Because
shit.
it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I got like you 20 to 30 million views, and instead y'all got the cast of The Office, a show that's been over for 10 years, sitting in your commercials.
And that's the thing at all these,
And you're gonna pay, but we don't have a budget. We don't have a budget to work with you, but we'll hire the people from The Office.
yeah.
Show finale was 10 years ago. Let's move on.
Or look at your clientele that shows up to your restaurant.
Right, they ain't 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's reckless 21-year-olds who are trying to get Tina turned.
Exactly.
I'm really passionate about all of that, as you can see. I get so aggravated.
Dude, honestly, and it's going to be a shame in 10 years when they open up a 3-story Chili's bar and it's going to be like, yep, Gage put that into existence.
Well, you know what I would like to say is that there was an article I read about how Chili's is relevant again, and I would just like to say, Chili's, that maybe you should find out why you might be relevant again.
Yikes.
Silence in the room.
Well,
Bro. Honestly, though.
don't cancel me for all this.
No, but that's what these bigger companies don't get is look look what market we're bringing to your company, right?
Right.
It's cool and great that you're big and you're Chili's and you have 100 stores or whatever it is, but we're bringing you the young generation back because it was all just 40 and 50-year-olds that went to Chili's.
And no hate on that. No hate on that. Let them. They got a
Yeah.
party too. I'm almost 30, so
No, well, 100%. I mean, but that's the thing is, to be successful in today's day, you have to have all ages.
Yeah.
Be a part of your
you're right.
brand. No matter if you're a singer, if you're a restaurant, if you're a coffee business, you have to have everyone
No,
that is
that's
young
accurate.
to old that's liking your content.
That's
or
accurate.
liking what you're putting out.
That's what I think
Yeah.
I like a lot about my fan base as well, is that it ranges from. It's such a wide range. I mean, there's principals. There's been a principal who's walked
I
up to me and
bet.
been like, "I'm a principal, but I relate to your videos so much," and I'm like, And, she might be like 45 or so. And then there's, the 21, 22 age bracket. And then there's even 50 and 60-year-olds who are commenting. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. What a demographic. I mean, especially like you start getting into like the territories, like South Africa is really loving me right now. I have all these people from South Africa commenting on my stuff. And I'm like, I always get so amazed. I'm like, do you guys have a Chili's in South Africa? Do you have a Taco Bell? How is this? What is this? What is this? I love it. I love it. I want to go to South Africa. I'm itching to go.
Yeah, and well, it's funny because I feel like we kind of take it for granted living here. Or we just get numb to it. But like, we get to live in a town that is so fun. Yeah. Everywhere you go, it's like you have to take a break from it because it's so fun.
We did. We took a 3-month break and went to Texas.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
and
it was a reset.
It was a major reset.
We kind of we needed that actually.
What'd you guys do?
Nothing. No, I mean, we went there for a tour and we did the tour and stuff, but afterwards we stayed an extra
3 months.
3 months. And we just relaxed.
Chill.
We just relaxed. We stayed with, it's her aunt. I call her my aunt too because we're close. And we stayed with her and she's amazing. She's like one of the best humans.
Are you in the city, suburbs?
We're in the city of Houston.
Yeah.
But her house is so cozy. Oh, she just was so warm and inviting, and it was great for us.
It was nice to step away from Nashville for
hustle
a
and bustle,
second.
this right here. And Houston might be a huge ass city, but there's not like
events and things to go to and shows every night. You know?
So we got to kind of step back and digest our life a little bit, which was great for us.
So you've been going on all these shows together, or is it just?
Oh, it's all or nothing.
Yeah, all or nothing. Yeah, I mean, he is a big part of my music, my creative direction, my live show, and tour manages too, and is there alongside all of it.
People don't know about. I don't just black out. Yeah. I'm really creative. I love especially working with her on her the creative side of things, designing her stage, the visuals that go into it and that kind of thing. I love the lights and what songs she might want to put on an EP to tell a story and that kind of thing. I'm really visually, I like that aspect of it.
Well, it's cool. It goes hand in hand, as much as you're doing content or as much as you have to do content or music, it all plays off each other.
No, it does,
because these artists in this town are dying for guys like you to use their music, in the songs and all that. It's a very I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back type of town for sure.
It's so special. I'm I can't go anywhere and he can't and him not be there.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. We're codependent for sure. So this just is what it is.
You guys are friends? Are you working with Austin Mahone or something like that?
We did, yes. We went on tour with him. She opened for him.
Yeah.
And we tour managed.
Yeah, so we tour managed, booked, and promoted the whole tour.
Yeah.
And I got to play it with my band. We did 6 sold-out shows. It was a dream come true.
It was amazing. It was so much fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I actually was just at Gannon's with him a minute ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really close, and so it's crazy. It's funny because I was obsessed with him whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
So then
he was on Disney, right?
No, so you're thinking of Austin and Allie.
He was on Radio Disney.
He was on Radio Disney though.
Disney, got it.
But he was really popular, and I would message fake accounts that were him.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were really him, and I'm hey, because I was he's cute, and I'm trying to get with him. Me at 16, and I was hey Austin, it's me, Gage. I know. And so I would message him on MySpace, Facebook, or whatever it was back then, and totally talking to maybe a 40-year-old man. It could have been. I mean, it could have been because it wasn't actually really him.
I'm gonna hope it was another 16-year-old.
Same. I'm also hoping that, but you never know. So I was messaging and I thought I was really talking to him, and I know I wasn't because I've asked him about it now since we became friends.
Well, at least you didn't send him any money or stuff like that.
No, nothing like that. But it was funny because I was just always obsessed with him, and the fact that I met him at Barstool, and then we immediately just became great friends. And then I was oh, how great would it be to get him back touring? And then how great would it be for my best friend to open up for him and like, let's make this happen. So my gears were just like, how can we make this happen? But it was crazy because never in a million years would, if 16-year-old Gage knew what the fuck was going to happen and that he was going to meet Austin Mahone and his best friend was going to get to open for him and all that was about to happen, I would have said, bullshit.
Wow.
That's
bullshit.
So good.
Well, speaking of that, like just cool experience, crazy experience, like moving to Nashville, have you guys had like oh wow moments or just like crazy moments where like, wow, this place is sweet, but like I'm doing something cool, you know?
At the Russell Dickerson concert.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm trying to even put it into words. That I've never had so many people come up to me.
Yeah.
And like Bella was like, I feel like I'm with Alex Earl.
You're a celeb in this town. I'm not sure if you know this.
Well, I mean, I was like, that's when it kind of all hit me. I was like,
It's just so intense when it's like every single step and there's pictures, people, like it is a very much oh wow moment.
So if that's what you meant by oh wow moment, that was the moment for me, I was like, holy shit, like this is something, like we're doing something. Like this is actually like crazy, and especially like when we go to visit other cities and people there recognize me. I'm like, it's not just Nashville.
Well, that's the game. Like that's the game changer, right? Because everyone in Nashville, they know each other. They know, you know, or at least know of each other, right? And it's like when you start realizing that these other cities start to realize you are seeing your content or music, whatever it is, you're doing something right.
Oh wow!
I think another oh wow for me was when I was in the airport in Houston. Someone was like, "That's the blackout guy." As I was walking, and I was like, "Oh my god, what? Like what?
The blackout guy?
Like that's the guy who blacks out all the time? Yeah, that's me."
That's awesome.
So there's been so many oh wow moments. I mean, especially, and there's been oh wow moments for her too. Like just being back and performing at a time whenever you kind of like didn't know really, are you going to perform again on stage? Like she kind of like COVID like popped her bubble. Right. She was on such a trajectory and playing live shows, probably more live shows than a lot of these artists in Nashville have ever played.
No, seriously.
And at such a young age, she was she played Gasparilla in Tampa. Like that was at 14, 15.
South by Southwest, I played.
She did. I mean, and so just to see her come up again. And like get to open for Austin Mahone on tour, get to travel to Greenville. I mean, it's been an oh wow moment for me to see her do that again. So I don't know how you feel about it, but I might have taken the words out of your mouth.
It was spot on.
I might have explained it for you.
Do you love music?
So much, yeah.
What's your favorite aspect of it? Is it performing? Is it writing? Is it, you know, the whole, you know, just this is who I am type thing?
I love writing and I love recording, but my heart is in performing and the feeling and like actually the energy of music moving through your body and like moving through your voice is so beautiful to me. Like I just think it's the universal language.
She performs better than half of the singers that are out there performing right now that I watch. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, let her, please put her on stage. Like, what are you doing? If you do not perform, if I go sit at a show and they're just doing like a little dance or have a little light, get the fuck off the stage. I don't want to see that shit. I ain't paying that kind of fucking money to sit there and watch you just twirl about. I want you to throw your head back, throw your hip out while you're at it. Like, give me something to watch. Yeah. Please, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stand up. Don't be afraid to stand up.
And she is entertaining. Yeah. She was throwing her head around, everything else. I thought she was going to get whiplash. I want to see that. But I think that's what I've grown watching her perform so much that my expectations are, if I go to a show, it better be like that. If it ain't, well, I'm out.
Well, that's probably why a lot of, you know, maybe people in town like give you props for putting out like content and stuff, because they probably see you and they're an artist and they're like, oh shit, I need to put out more content. I'm actually doing music, you know, and this guy's doing it, you know, and he's just doing it just with, you know, getting Bob blasted at the Taco Bell, you know. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see that there is like a lane for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I always say that. And like there's no one size fits all for creatives. Right. Everyone's path is going to be different and trajectory. And it's been so interesting, like seeing how personality content, you know, differs from like my music content, and we're just like throwing things at the wall. And
definitely throwing them at the wall. Sticks. Some of them fell. A lot of them fell.
Yeah. Do you guys do a lot of your brainstorming and like your content ideas together and stuff?
Hell yes, we do.
Every second.
Every day. That's all we talk about. People, I mean, I'm sure people would probably get tired of us if they actually sat with us. They'd be like, do they
ever just like
stop or just say, oh, how's your day? What are you doing today? Instead, I'm like, so let's go on ChatGPT.
Shout out ChatGPT, bro. It's been a lifesaver this past year. So far.
And let's cook.
Yeah. But the thing is about ChatGPT too is like, we've got our ChatGPT dialed in. That you'd have to pay $1 million to get to ChatGPT where we got ChatGPT because that fucker's dialed in. She knows us better than my mom or dad ever could know me. That bitch on ChatGPT knows me inside and out. In her. Write us a game plan.
Gage and Bella, how are we doing today?
Sometimes I talk to her to ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Yes, I get on. I love it. For the people who don't like it, I'm sorry, but it's great.
Question for y'all. What's the most embarrassing moment you've used ChatGPT for?
Well, I will tell you what I did. Because I don't get embarrassed, but I asked it to be my boyfriend. And I said, and talk to me like you're a sexy, dirty boy. And talk to me like you're a sexy man and tell me what you like about me.
Oh my God.
I did. Yes, I did. I was lonely one night. I was drinking wine. And I was like, you know what? These men want to fuck with me. ChatGPT will not let me down. And he had a deep voice. And he must have been probably 6'5", black man, beautiful. That's how he talked to me. I used the voice to text. I don't know, but I'm going to pretend it was like Andre or something. But I love him. Yeah, I went there. So
there's a new feature for ChatGPT.
It worked. No, you can make it talk to you like a human. Like it will read it out, talk out loud to you. I found that feature on TikTok. Ooh. So that.
Whoa, we share a ChatGPT account.
I know. That's right. So you can see it. I want you to be entertained as well.
Like Bella, you should have seen what Gage was doing last night. Shit.
Why is this the funniest shit ever?
So what's your most
sweating?
I'm sweating too because I'm like, I said I was not holding back.
Listen,
this is the most unfiltered I've ever been on a podcast.
Podunk Perspective, baby.
Well, that's what got me.
Yeah.
I was like, let me go to my fucking roots.
Keeping it small time.
Oh my God.
I hope we're allowed to cuss on this podcast because I've said the F word a lot.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay,
100%.
Said more than the F word.
So I'm not sure if you can top that, but what's your most embarrassing?
I absolutely cannot top that.
Like, have you used it for work or like you've been really down on like an Instagram caption or something?
Oh, I have a good one. Okay, I would say an embarrassing ChatGPT moment was last week when these tornadoes were coming, and I was so fucking scared, like shaking, like crying damn near, like could not get it together. And I was like, ChatGPT, like break down like why I'm so emotional about this and like calm me down.
She told me, do you know that ChatGPT can be your therapist? She said, did you know that like you don't have to pay someone to be your therapist? You can just ChatGPT, I've got it so dialed in, it'll be my therapist. It'll tell me like what's wrong with me.
That's wild.
I was like, okay, well this is. But meanwhile, I'm doing.
I'm the problem.
She's got therapy from ChatGPT, and I got a boyfriend out of it. So different strokes for different folks.
Bro, wait till they turn like Alexa and like ChatGPT into one, to where it's like.
Damn near what he got going on.
Yeah, it does. He talks to me. Or you can. One time, I actually made him be a sassy gay man. I said, "Be my sassy GBF and tell me how fabulous I am and what's going on." He goes, "Girl, you better work." Like that. He was telling me everything. I said, "Yes, queen. Yes. Tell me more." I got that bitch programmed. Our ChatGPT is dialed in more ways than one. It's got flair, personality, can be a business person, a therapist. Mm-hmm. I mean, our ChatGPT, you can't break in your ChatGPT the way we have.
This is scary.
You got to use it a lot, like we do.
Yeah, it's a scary world.
But I think it's fascinating.
No, it's cool. It's fascinating. Don't get me wrong.
I love it.
It's just like,
don't ever take it away from me.
Yeah.
We really just exposed ourselves.
I don't give a shit.
We are closer to like having robots like wake up next to us like than you think.
Good.
Like,
I'd rather have a robot than a man because a robot can get the job done way better than man can these days. He said, "Oh man." Well, I'm just saying, men out here these days.
Listen, I ain't judging, but I don't know. So that's the reason why I say, yeah.
Well, you know, you get it. Oh, like, gave that boyfriend? No. Like, please don't look at me because I'm not. You're already exposing enough. Fuck up.
Oh my god, this was everything.
Literally the funnest podcast I've ever been on.
No, it's been great, guys. So, let's go back to Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So,
ChatGPT, break it down for us.
Yo, ChatGPT, what do you think?
So, like, when you guys are hanging out in Florida doing that whole thing, are you guys like going and taking trips, visiting other parts of Florida, like kind of like what you guys are doing now, like with traveling, touring? Are you guys doing that in Florida as well?
We were, yeah. We were touring all of that time, me and my band, and Gage would come along. So we went to...
all over.
What were some of the coolest places you played at, or like just things you remember?
Yeah. When we were in Florida, I mean, I loved playing in like Fort Lauderdale, even, and Miami. There's such an like indie scene in Florida, in Gainesville, Orlando, Tallahassee.
It really is.
And it was just so artsy. I would play these house shows, and there was just something so special and energizing about all these people being in the house with you, and there's like live music going, and they're all just so willing to like be your friend and be kind and so hospitable. So that was like it's a little different than like playing shows here in Nashville.
Listen, we're gonna say something about that.
Let's break it down.
We're gonna say something about that because it's actually crazy to me the way that artists do not support other artists in this city.
Oh, that's wild.
I'm like, how do you expect to blow up and make it if you can't go out to another artist show and support that artist? Don't be out for yourself because that's going to get you down bad, buddy.
Well, it just like
makes me mad. If I could lift my eyebrow any higher, I would, but I got Botox in my forehead, so I can't.
Listen, every
pisses me
normal
off.
person has a good group of friends, right? So my thing is, you got to display that as an artist, that you're a good friend, but also you have a good group of friends.
I like that. Yeah.
Why has Morgan, Ernest, and Hardy made it so big?
Yeah.
They displayed that they were friends first. Yeah, don't get me wrong, their music's good, all this stuff, but looking back on it, they were really pushing, hey, like we are just friends and we're going on tour with us and only us, And it's like, you kind of create that with a few people in town and put egos aside.
Please, for the love of God. Thankfully, there are a handful of artists that I'm really good friends with that would totally be down to that come out to the show, support it. So I'm not talking about everybody, but but the majority of a lot of the artists,
it's stiff
here.
here.
Oh, they're fake as fuck too. Like the ones that you think that are,
Thankfully, the ones that I'm close with,
you
they
have
know who they
good
are.
ones, you have fake ones, and then you have ones that are just straight up fucking.
Oh yeah, they won't come to your shows. They won't support. That's just crazy to me. But so that's what was so different about even what I noticed from when we were touring in like Florida and everything. Is people like would come out, they would show up, and they would show up. The same people would show up every time, and then it would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, Nashville, come on, show up hard for everyone.
It's just like what I said earlier about people being numb to this city. When you go and play a show in Knoxville, and there's other artists that live in Knoxville, they're gonna show up at your show, and they're gonna act like your fan. And it's because there's no ego. For some reason, living in this city, artists feel weird showing up to other people's shows when they're trying to make it.
They do.
But guess
it's crazy to
what? You still have your biggest artist. Hardy was just at like a punk rock show at Bridgestone last year or something for like some dude, and he was standing on the floor, jumping in the crowd with people. It's like,
I love that.
Your biggest artists will still support, or they're big for a reason, right? Because they're nice people and they're supportive in. Yes, you get what I'm trying to say.
I get it. I just almost had an aneurysm over that situation, so I had to just cool myself down.
Yeah.
It really is hard, and it's like, obviously you want to really rely on like your tight-knit group, but you also want to be able to like build community in town.
You have that
like,
balance with like everything else.
Yeah, you want to be able to reach more than just like your closest 5 friends, That's why I love what we do with All She Wants Media, and like I built that company to like support other artists and bring them up. Like I think you have to rise like all like if
As a
people,
collective.
yeah, if people around you are doing good, like it's only good for you. Like
You are who you hang out with, and if you it just benefits everybody. It benefits everybody to come out and to just collaborate and work with other artists, see the other artists perform, and everyone network.
build them up.
Yes, and everybody work together as a unit.
Don't be afraid to evaluate, right? Like, don't be afraid to see what other people are doing.
Yeah, you might learn a thing or two.
Yeah, exactly. And
God forbid.
Yeah, God
you learn
forbid.
a thing or two.
Right, yeah. I always said that,
She's
like...
gonna be like, calm down.
No, I've always said that, it's the most important thing to take in other people's insight, but take 50% of it, take 20% of it, and then apply the rest of your thought,
I do that. I mean,
That's what I do with ChatGPT.
Yes. But I mean, I do that with like a lot of other influencers in town, or a lot of like my friends who are doing the music thing. I will post their stuff on my story. I will share their stuff. I will have their songs playing in my videos. They don't even have to ask me to. I just do it because I know I know that's just what you should do.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, exactly. And so that's why I show up to their events. Like one of my really good friends, Chelsea Bananas, just had an event, and I showed up there for her because I just think, like, and that's the thing too with influencers. Influencers don't like going to other influencers events if it ain't revolving around them, and that's just what it is. Yeah. And that's why a lot of me and other influencers, we don't tango. And I said it here, and I mean it. And and I do. There's a core group of them that are really good. One of my favorite one is Chelsea Bananas, and I love her so much. But you just support each other. Like, just support each other, and everybody can win.
Right.
Which is why I love something like this.
Exactly.
And
Love
like
it.
even bringing us on together and like supporting us.
Well,
speaking
of the Russell Dickerson concert, I saw you guys at the Russell Dickerson concert. It was like, fucking A. My Sammy Sprinkler's coming out. Fucking sponsor Good Boys.
Dickerson, what a last name. I mean, I get it.
No, but yeah, I saw you guys at that concert, and I was like, dude, I have to go up to them. I was like, I need them on the pod, like 100%,
So sweet.
I love it. I mean, this was so much fun.
Yeah.
This is a blast. I love it. And hey, who makes these again?
Good Boys, but John Daly's a sponsor.
John Daly, listen, I think your wife might maybe she watches a couple of my videos. So could you sponsor this podcast, the Podunk podcast, because they're really good and I love them. And then also I'd like to meet you as well. Thank you.
Delicious.
JD, baby.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for coming on. It's been a great podcast. We'll definitely have to do it again. It's been entertaining.
Love it.
So fun.
And,
literally.
it was a blast.
So fun.
Yeah. Go check out Gage's content. Gage Briney, right?
Yep, you got it.
And then Bella Rose, she has music out on all platforms, right?
She has a new single out right now called Bad Boyfriend, in parentheses.
Good kisser.
Yes, and it's streaming, so go listen to it. What are you doing if you're not listening to that?
Right. Go listen to that shit. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. This was so fun.
Thank you.
Also, get ChatGPT and make it your boyfriend.
Yep. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers it up. You were drinking. I was like, oh, shit.